Hey, with Brian Wright and and Charlie Pocken, the drivers of Hooked and Stone Crusher. So my question for you guys is, what is it like driving through the pandemic for the Monster Jam this year?
Oh man, it's been a tough start, but we're finally getting back into it. You know, it's slowly but surely coming along, and just glad to be back in the trucks and come out here with all you fans.
This is only my second show back, so I mean, I'm just glad to be back behind the wheel again, and yeah, like I said, seeing all of our fans once again, and just glad things are opening back up. You know, trying to get a little more as we go along here, and man, just looking forward to rocking it.
So what is it like not driving Gravedigger?
You know, I've always driven all these other different trucks anyway, so it's just another truck to me. But what's great is it's a different truck, you know, and I like the challenge, you know, of driving someone else's stuff. You get to see what they use, you know, how the truck reacts. So it's very cool. The truck works great. I think the shocks are a great setup. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
All right, my final question is, fortunately, we heard the passing of Scott Hardstock a few days ago. So what did Scott mean to both of you guys?
Man, my first year at Monster Jam, I started with Steve Sims in 2011. We did all the Florida shows. I stayed at his house. We cooked in the shop. Man, I had a killer relationship with Scott. The family, Miss Kathy, his son Michael, Caitlin. They treated us like family. It is a tragic loss to the monster truck community, but also just a loss of a good friend. Like Dawn, she's been family. The rest of the monster truck family.
It's very tragic. I mean, he was one of the greatest guys you could ever ask for in Monster Jam. He'd help you out. And always a great smile on his face. It was a pleasure to see him. You know, he was very cool. I've known him a long time throughout the career, and yeah, he'll be great in this.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Here with Ryan Anderson and Bryce Kenny, the drivers of Dragonoid and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. So my question for both of you guys is, what is it like driving through the pandemic this year?
Man, it was. Oh, I guess I'll start. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy for sure because the limited seating and all of the protocols for us as drivers. I mean, obviously we're still in this somewhat of a cage
bubble.
Yeah, so it's a little weird for us for sure. But the biggest thing was making sure that Monster Jam was back out in front of the fans, giving everybody live entertainment that we're known for. So that's one of my favorite parts about it. Is we didn't care. We were tearing stuff up still. We were getting wild in all the venues. Obviously, it was definitely tougher on the people and us with all the rules and regulations, but I'm just stoked we're back.
Yeah, a lot more events. But if you think about it, I mean, how many drivers wish they had the chance to drive through the pandemic? So there was never complaints in the locker room. There was never, you know, it was never guys getting tired or too sore because there are a lot of drivers that wish they could have been out there as well. So it was just, honestly, it was just a big honor for us to actually get the chance to keep coming out here and hitting this loud pedal and have some fun in front of the fans. So, yeah, it was awesome.
All right, a few days ago we heard the sad passing of Scott Hardstock. What did Scott mean to both of you guys?
Man, Scott, I've known Scott since I was in diapers, before I could even remember. I was just growing up around him at events and stuff. It's still, honestly, until this morning, his son posted a video of him actually unloading the truck out of the trailer after what happened. It really hit me. I got truthfully not believing it. Like, that didn't match up with him, just like the person he was. Like, that just wasn't supposed to happen to him. He was too nice, too good of a person, too much of a family man. All that stuff is just, he didn't deserve it. And so it's hard for me to talk about for sure, but seeing Mikey unload that truck this morning really, not only did it make me sad, but it also made me super happy. I know his dad's really proud and all that stuff. So I'm hoping to see him carry on and do some shows. And honestly, if he does shows, I want to be there. I want to be there, whatever. I want to help him out, crew, be there, support, whatever, because that's a huge deal.
Yeah, and for me, I only did a couple of events with them, but every time I did, and I talked about this, we did a Gears and Nachos podcast episode yesterday in the locker room, and we talked about this, what the drivers did, and for me, he was one of the first drivers that ever was like supportive of it. Like my very first year at Monster was, and he came up to me and had real kind words to say. But that's the thing, he always saw the positives and stuff. Like he knew the bigger picture with the Monster Jam community. He knew getting bound up on the stuff that a lot of us sometimes do to protect the nature of it. He knew this was a family. So for us, when that guy knows that this is a big family, when we lose that family man, it's hard for all of us to comprehend. So we're all very, very sad today. And I'm sure everybody's ready to dedicate the whole day to the Hardstock family.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man. See ya.
Here with Jack Brown and Buddy Tompkins, the drivers of FTI Torg and Raising Cane. My question for both of you guys: what was it like driving through the pandemic this year?
It's been different. It's kind of a little bit of a letdown because, you know, the biggest part of being a driver is interacting with the fans, I think, and I love it. And not being able to interact with fans with the COVID kind of stinks.
This is your stadium debut. How do you feel about being in the stadium for the first time?
I'm excited, nervous, a little bit of everything. Couldn't sleep last night, still was in knots, you know, but we'll see how it goes today.
Right, and a few days ago we heard the sad passing of Scott Hardstock. What did Scott mean to both of you guys?
You know, Scott was one of those guys that he's always smiling, regardless of the situation and the day. I've never seen Scott without a smile. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Scott, he was like a family man, close to home, back home in Florida where we're from. We've seen him on a monthly basis because he'd come by our shop next door just to check up on everybody, ask how our family was doing. Like Jack said, never saw the guy without a smile on his face. He had that distinct smirk. He was a good old country boy back home. We're going to miss it dearly.
All right, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
I'm not good at speaking in public.
Oh, really? I'm here with Todd LeDuc and Tristan Ingram, the drivers of Monster Energy and Megalodon. My question for both of you guys is, what is it like driving through the pandemic this year?
It's been good. I'm stoked to have a job and still driving, monster trucks.
I'm blessed and fortunate to be back. Several of us had to go out and get some good jobs just to get through it, but we did it, and honestly, it was best. We're back, and we're actually having a good time doing it.
So Tristan, what is it like coming to the stadium for the first time this year?
If I had to go back to the arena, I'm going to be disappointed.
All right, and last question. A few days ago, we heard the passing of Scott Hardstock. So what was Scott mean to both of you?
Just a nice guy. I just remember his smile. And yeah, he'll be missed for sure.
I remember going to both finals when my dad first started crewing. We were nobody. And Scott was just the nicest guy, humble, down to earth. He's just always been a friend to us. So growing up, knowing him my whole life is tragedy.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Here with Tom Mentz and Caleb Blood, the driver of Max D and Soldier Fortune. So my question for both of you guys is, what is it like driving through the pandemic this year?
It's been challenging at times. It's been a lot of fun. The fans that came out are super big, awesome fans. So it's been the best part of it. Seeing the people cheer again, hearing their elation, things getting back to normal, it's been great.
And being able to come back out here and see all these guys. I've missed all of you guys so much, and being here and having all of you guys here today makes me realize that just as much. So we're excited to be back, man.
So a few days we heard the sad passing of Scott Hardstock. What did Scott mean to both of you?
Great friend of mine, great family man. Known him for a long time. Done a lot of events with him. Been around him a lot. It seems unreal, very disappointing, sad, sorry for his family, and sorry for all the Monster Jam fans that are missing.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the honor of meeting him, but I've heard very good things about him and the amazing man that he was, and it's very sad.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Adam Anderson and Lindsay Reed, the drivers of Gravedigger and Monster Dalmatian Galaxy. So my question for you is, what was it like driving through the pandemic this year?
For who? For us?
Both of you.
It was kind of crazy. The biggest thing was going from crowds that are, all the seats are filled in the stadium and arenas to 15% capacity. It was tough at first, but I had to convince myself that it was okay, that I wanted to give the people the same show, no matter how many people were there. I wanted to give them the same show. And that was the weirdest thing for me. It's not, and then also even the pit party is still a little weird. We're not supposed to be near anybody and not signing autographs. And in all honesty, it was like, at first like, oh man, that's gonna be relaxing kind of, but it was honestly more stressful because it's harder to tame yourself from doing this. So that's kind of my take on it.
We like that. We don't want to be far away from everybody, telling them no, see, but you know what? We're getting back to it. We cannot wait to get it. Like you said, 15% capacity. But at the same token, it was amazing how loud they still were. It was like the stadium was full because they were so excited that we were getting back to it. So it's been been awesome. I can't wait to see a 100% packed here, full crowd, screaming, cheering. It's gonna be a great day.
All right, my last question is: a few days ago, we heard the passing of Scott Hardstock. So, what did Scott mean to both of you guys?
Scott to me was, he was an idol of mine, and I always looked up to him because obviously being in the sport my entire life, and then him himself, being one of the pioneers for the sport. And I always would look at my dad's stuff and look at his haulers and his trucks, and he was always tearing everything up. And Scott was just a smooth operator. His equipment was always clean. Scott was never dirty, and his trucks wasn't barely ever breaking down. So I looked up to him for that side of things. Was he not going out there? He wasn't crashing and doing all this, but he was always an awesome, unbelievable racer. And I looked up to him. I really did, and I still do. I look at everything that he's done for us in the sport. I look up to Scott Hardstock.
He always had a smile on his face. He was the most popular person I ever had. I had the honor of being able to train his daughter as well, and so their whole family, they're all great people, they're all great to be around. It is so tragic that happened. You know what, he's going to live forever in all of our hearts. We're all going to go out there this weekend and drive for him.
All right, thank you guys so much. The driver of Slinger. So my question for you is, you've been a veteran in the sport for quite some time now. So how do you feel Monster Jam has changed over the years?
Well, when I see Monster Jam change in leaps and bounds, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we got 14 trucks tonight over here at Syracuse, and I get to come in here with Slinger, aka Gunslinger, and I'm a cock locked and ready to rock, and I'm ready to rock the house tonight.
Thank you so much. Hardstock, the driver of Slinger. So my question for you is, talking way back in the World Finals 1, what was it like being in the finals of that race in the World Finals?
Well, anytime I'm in the finals, whether it's the World Finals or MetLife Stadium, last weekend, now we're going to Gillette. I'd like to be in the finals. It's always a rush, because there's a lot of stiff competition. And, when you look at these guys, and some of these guys don't own their trucks, man, they don't care. They'll just lay it on a ragged edge. This old boy's got to fix it, pay for it, and carry it down the road. So I'm a little conservative, but as you can see, the body's kind of beat up right now. Yeah. So I really don't give a shit whether I wreck it or not this weekend.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
Hope we do well.
Peace out.